feel like it's everyone to be like something not as big as we can.
So I was gonna just send an email, but I was like,
It's not. I'm not. That's neat.
that was one of the things that
I feel like it's everyone to be like something not as big as we can.
So, first of all, thank you for coming to the Beckman Institute and celebrating with us Arnold Beckman's, what would be his 117th birthday. I think it's only fitting, first of all, for everyone to have a piece of cake, and we do have some more cake now, but before we send you over to the table, it would also be fitting if we all joined in and sang Happy Birthday to Arnold to kick off the lesson. Now, you definitely don't want me to carry the tune. I will get us started, but please join in with me and sing Happy Birthday to Arnold. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Arnold. Happy birthday to you. And hopefully on the way in, if you pass through the doors from the quad, you notice that Arnold is all decked out today for the celebration. So if you haven't seen that, make sure on the way out you take a glimpse of that. Well, it's nice to see that intrigue goes very far in gathering focus at a particular point at a particular time, because we began at 11:30 and have distributed a lot of cake. The big announcement that you're all wondering about is at 1 o'clock. So it's now time to tell you about what that announcement is. Arnold Beckman, U of I alumnus and philanthropist, had the ability to elevate the merit of new ideas, but he also came up with his own great ideas, and his plan for this research institute that would bridge traditional boundaries in academia allowed the creation of the building that we're in today. Our founding director, Ted Brown, termed this a bold and risky experiment. And if you haven't seen those displays, please go look at outside of the auditorium, because I think it's really very much to the point of what it must have been. And just try to plant yourself in that era when it must have been something very special and very uncertain as to whether or not this big, bold, risky idea would come to be the Beckman Institute that we all know it is. We all know this is the year of our university's sesquicentennial, and what we have done here at the Beckman Institute to join in that celebration is to create the Beckman Institute Vision and Spirit Award in order to recognize a researcher at the Beckman Institute who really does exemplify Arnold Beckman's vision in establishing this place, and who, like Arnold and others, has fostered collaboration in order to mount bold and risky experiments that meets not only the short-term research goals, but also inspires future long-term work, contributing significantly to the Beckman Institute's mission. So I'm pleased this year to announce that it's Rohit Bhargava. Rohit is the recipient of the 2017 Beckman Institute Vision and Spirit Award, which includes an image of the Beckman Institute, which I'll show you in just a minute when I call you up, and also a gift of $150,000. In other words, what I would like to call a kilo sesquicentennial. Many of you know, and many of you here are collaborators with Rohit. He's the founder professor of engineering, of bioengineering, actually belongs to both departments of bioengineering, chemical and favorite of them was chemistry. He also leads a National Institutes of Health supported tissue microbiome training program. It's based here at the Beckman Institute. Rohit has been with us since he received his bachelor's degree at IIT New Delhi and his doctoral degree from Case Western. After a brief stint at the NIH, he joined us in 2005. Let me tell you a little bit about what it is that stood out as we started thinking about who really captured this idea of Arnold's vision and spirit, and what it was that was so compelling in Rohit's case. First of all, we know him as a visionary in research. His great ideas have led to the development of infrared spectroscopy for imaging and diagnosis purposes. The instruments that he's developed in his laboratory have been used to provide new means of characterizing and defining cancer using chemical imaging, leading to this idea that I think is the bold and risky idea that's emerged from the Rohit lab, that is the field of digital molecular pathology. Using 3D printing, he has recognized the need for and has been able to invent tumor models, and his most recent work seeks to create designer cancers in his laboratory. His vision and his leadership, which I have to say has been going on for a long time, has led to the creation of our cancer community, which has really built itself up to the point where it's about to become a NIH-supported cancer center. We are certainly going to work hard to make that happen. And so if you know Rohit, you know that he has this collaborative spirit, and that it pervades all of the things that he does. He's a true leader. He has the ability to bring diverse segments of the campus together in order to achieve common goals like the cancer community. I was at earlier this year a recent award ceremony where he received the Thought Leader Award from Agilent, and Rohit graciously attributed his success to his collaborators and the members of his research group. That's well-deserved praise for his colleagues, but it's also an example of the way that Rohit nurtures leadership. I also know that many of you, especially junior to Rohit, have really benefited a lot from having him serve as a mentor to you and a collaborator and co-author to you. But rarely will he dive deep and try to take credit for it. He really wants to push you up and elevate you, and that's what gives him, I think, a lot of pleasure. So we are lucky here at the Beckman Institute to have Rohit and many others who are like him and the collaborators to come together. So please join me and welcome Rohit and all of your research group, because I know you want to be part of this, and all of your collaborators as well, which includes very, very many of you, to come together and celebrate this with Rohit. So the first image is basically a collection of Rohit and his collaborators here at the Beckman Institute, and I am certain that this will only expand in time, knowing Rohit. So there you are. Some of you. And the image that I spoke of is here. And it says, Rohit Bhargava, 2017 recipient of the Vision and Spirit Award, Beckman Institute for Advanced Science and Technology, the emblems of the University of Illinois, and our sesquicentennial as well. So, Rohit, congratulations. You might want to say a word or two, but we definitely would like to see, and I know we want some pictures with Rohit in it, but do you want to say a word?
If I may. Thank you, Jeff. I really, truly appreciate this honor, and I cannot tell you how humbled I am. When Jeff first mentioned the possibility of something like this, he said there's a special announcement. I was very confident that he's announcing a new wing for the Beckman Institute. I said, what a wonderful thing to announce. So you can imagine my letdown. Jeff assured me it's a few zeros short of the plan. So he said, this is the best we can do it. And then he added, it's incumbent upon you to get the next wing built. So I'm somewhat regretting saying that. But I truly appreciate your being here. Certainly, this Beckman Institute has meant a lot to me. It's been my home ever since I arrived on this campus. In fact, before an offer was made for me in bioengineering or anywhere else on campus, the Beckman Institute director had already shown me my space downstairs. I told him there was no offer. He said, I don't care, here's your space. And so I couldn't really refuse. But I really want to thank Jeff and all the folks in Beckman. We certainly wouldn't be able to do our work unless, of course, this facility was here, unless our grants ran through. Lori, I'm looking at you. Unless we were kept on track with everything. We also wouldn't be here if we weren't for these wonderful collaborators. I'm looking at that picture and thinking, what a sorry cast of characters. It's so much fun to work with you and be around you and just bounce ideas off of you. I think thank you enough. My research group were here. I assured them there would be good cake, so that's why they're all here. Working in the lab. I'd like to really thank them. People who work with me but are standing in the back, Paloma, Jim, and Margaret, who help all the programs we've heard go through and work with us. Many of my collaborators were not scientific collaborators, but otherwise, Neil's there, Rex Gaskin is standing behind. The big initiatives don't happen by a person or a collection of people. It needs some wisdom, some good advice, and sometimes some push as well, and we get those from them. I think I'd be remiss. I think the most important person who really drives me 24 hours a day is my wife, Priyanka. My kids refuse to be here. They're like, no, it's not. We can't miss school for this. But Priyanka is here, so I want to acknowledge her and then you know her as well. I don't have any words to express, my gratitude and how humble I feel to get this, Jeff. I can only say thank you, and thank you. I'll try my best to be a good citizen in Beckman, and I hope to get you that extra wing someday. Thank you. Research group first, and all the collaborators, and now we find out who really collaborators.
You know, this is